Pencil, agenda, binder, assigned seats. Everybody get ready to fill in your homework. Hope you're all doing as well as can be. We're going to get into a lesson about DNA. DNA is often referred to as the molecule of life, and it makes up what's called the code of life, and it's the code that all living organisms on the planet share. And so we got a lot to cover. Let's get into it. First, your essential question of the day. What is the function and structure of DNA? All right, let's see what's next. Oh, Tuesday night, there's going to be the pink moon. It's a full moon. It actually is called a supermoon. It's the biggest supermoon of the year. It's also going to correspond with what's called some king tides, which are really high tides and really strong low tides. And we're going to howl at the moon, 9 p.m. on Tuesday night. It's your chance to be sociable with each other. All right, let's see. What is next? Your homework. Please email me your responses or email me a photo of your responses when you have completed all of this week's assignments. Now this week there's only 4 assignments because Friday is no school. All right, let's see. Full moon Tuesday at 9 p.m. We're going to howl. ISS sighting. The International Space Station is going to be doing a flyover in the northwest sky at 8:35 p.m. on Wednesday. So be sure to get outside on Wednesday night at 8:35. We got some really big king tides happening Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock here on the island. So if you have a seawall that has the water pretty close to the top, it might actually come over the top of your seawall, which corresponds to the whole climate change and rising sea levels. So that's going to happen on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, DNA. DNA has everything to do with how life has evolved on our planet. Sometimes people refer to it as this following phrase: from goo to shrew to you. And by goo, we're talking about the primordial goo that life kind of sprang from. And that happened, as far as we know, all the way back at 3.5 billion years ago. And then the first mammal, grandma mammal, great-great-great-great-grandma mammal for us, happened about 161 million years ago. So I want to show you a picture of your great-great-great-great-grandma mammal. Here she comes. Right there. That is what our common ancestor looked like that we have with all other mammals. Now, all of this corresponds with DNA. You've been looking at DNA all year in the classroom. It's been hiding over here behind the ding-dongs. This is a DNA model, and it's what looks like a twisted ladder or a spiral staircase. So come on over here a little closer, and this DNA model, okay, here's what's going on. Inside the nucleus of every one of your body's cells, there are chromosomes. Chromosomes carry your hereditary information, your genetic traits. And chromosomes are made of DNA. And sections along your DNA are called genes. And your genes determine your traits. Now that's one model. There's others in the room. In fact, hopefully one day when I see you again, we're all going to build one together. This is another DNA model. And you'll notice that reds can only go with blues. And in this case, greens can only go with grays. That's because there are 4 main letters of the DNA alphabet, and they have to do with what's called nitrogen bases. We have adenine and thymine, and we have cytosine and guanine. Now, adenine can only pair up with thymine. Cytosine can only pair up with guanine. So, you're gonna need to go to the store and you're gonna need to get some Twizzlers and some Fruit Loops and some toothpicks. And you're going to design a DNA model. Here's how it works. You're gonna get a Twizzler and you're gonna get your toothpicks and you'll put a half a dozen toothpicks or so into your Twizzler. Then you're gonna sprinkle out some Fruit Loops, and the reds will represent an adenine. And then the thymines can only go with adenines. So A's can only go with T's, and you're gonna be reading about this throughout the week. You're also gonna be watching Jurassic Park, and you're gonna be checking out the Amoeba Sisters. So let's do, now if I put a blue on there first, it can only pair up with a red. Or if I put a yellow on there, it can only pair up with green. Cytosine can only pair up with guanine. But if I put the guanine on first, then only the yellow can go with it. And you can make whatever pattern you want, as long as the reds and the blues and the yellows and the greens are the only ones going together. And then you'll just kind of build it the rest of the way until it kind of looks like this. And then you'll twist it so that it looks like a DNA model. And if you get really fancy, you can make a DNA model that kind of looks like that. This one's several years old. It's a little stiff. Hey, make sure you're also taking time to take care of yourself and you're being as sociable as you can be. We got Easter celebration coming up this weekend, so be sure to load up on lots of peeps, and I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'm enjoying communicating with all of you on email. Things are going pretty good. Share with your friends if they're not online yet, because there's about, a few of you that haven't even connected with me yet. So hopefully you will. Have a great day. Happy Easter celebration. We'll talk to you in a week.